Good morning, everyone. We are continuing here in the words of the Chavetz Chaim in the Sefer Mitzvah HaKotzar. Mitzvahs Loisase, negative commandment, Nun Beis, number 52. Shelo Lizbaya Laloi V'choivoi. You're not allowed, a lender is not allowed to demand from the borrower the choiv, the debt that he owes him, K'sheyodea she'ein lo l'shalim, when he knows that the borrower has no money with which to pay. And here we see the great sensitivity the Torah has, that he expects, even when I'm entitled for my money to be returned to me because let's say the time of the loan is up, nevertheless the Torah says, be very, very careful with a loiva, with someone who borrowed money, who doesn't have the money to pay back. Says the Chavetz Chaim, Shenamar, it says in the verse, you should not be like a collector to him. The malva, the lender, is not allowed to even pass before the borrower when he knows that the borrower has no money to pay him back with, or not to embarrass him. If you lent somebody a few $1,000s and they needed it to invest in their business, and you know that their business went sour and bankrupt and it failed, and you know that there's no way that this person who borrowed the money from you has the money to pay you back, be very careful, says the Torah. Do not walk in his path. Do not let him see you, because he's going to see you and he's going to be so embarrassed and shamed, and he's going to feel so guilty that he doesn't have the money to repay you. Just like the Malvi, the lender, is not allowed to make demands that he should be paid up, so too the loiva, the one who borrowed the money, is not allowed to withhold the return of the money. He's not allowed to say, come back and I'll give you when I have it. So it's not 100% clear over here that does the malva have the money, or does the loiva have the money or not have the money. It almost seems like we're talking about a case where the borrower could in fact pay. However, he decides to play hardball over here, and he's telling the malva, he's telling the one who lent him the money, just come back later. I'm not going to give it to you right now. This is a rabbinical prohibition. Like it says in Mishlei, don't tell your friend, go and come back. And tomorrow I'll give it to you when you have it. Oh, so you see in the verse over here, that means that what? If you have the money right now when you could give it, you can't push the guy off. You owe him the money. You have to pay him. Why you want to play games with him? Why do you want to give it to him right now? Whatever says the verse and says the Torah over here, but you cannot do such things. So too, someone cannot borrow money and spend it all in an unnecessary way until he has nothing to pay back with. So if you borrowed money, over here and you owe him the money, and then you just keep spending it frivolously, and you do it in such a way that you can no longer pay back, says the Chavetz Chaim, you have to be very careful. You cannot do such a thing. V'nikra rasha, such a person is called a wicked person. Shenemar lo rasha v'lo lishalem. A wicked man borrows money, he doesn't pay. Meaning he borrowed money and he got himself in a situation where he can't pay a dime back. This is something that we follow everywhere all the time. Eretz Yisrael, Chutz La'aretz, wherever you live, B'schar v'nekevos, it's for men and women alike. Have to be very careful in the laws of loaning money, borrowing money, demanding the payment back, and paying back in a timely fashion. Have a wonderful day.